Hello, Emily. My name is Greg, and you spoke to a colleague of mine, Donovan. He called you up and mentioned that we would shoot you a quick video showing you why your website um, could be ranking up in Google more than it currently is to bring in more traffic and more potential customers to you. So what I'm going to do is have a look at your website and show you why this website, so your website, gets only about 50 visitors a month, and why for all these keywords that are currently written into your website, the best position that you attain is number one, but only when someone is searching directly for your business. For all other keywords, you're on page 2. So position 8 is page 2, and so on and so forth. So the goal for all of this is to try and get all these numbers showing as 1 so that you're on the first page of Google. Okay? So by way of quick overview, it's all about beating your competition to the top of Google. And I'm going to give you some suggestions in 3 areas: content, backlinks, and citations. I'll give you the definitions of those in a second, but all these 3 things together allow Google to understand of your website that you are an authority in your domain, in fencing, that you can be a trusted site to be pushed up to the first page of Google, and that you are relevant when Google customers are searching for fencing in Longwood. If we do this correctly, you get yourself into the map pack. These are the top 3 positions in Google and into the top of organic results too. So let's jump straight into it. I'm going to start talking about content. So when we look at content, Emily, Google cares about quality and quantity. So I like your website. I think it's engaging. I love the pictures. I'm assuming this is work that you've done, which is really important to show. Google cares a little less about the aesthetics, and they care more about content in terms of the number of words. So when it comes to volume of words, it's really a good rule of thumb to have about 1,500 words on your homepage here. I did a quick count, and you have 360 words on your homepage. So really it would be a very good idea to write more content here on your homepage that speaks to your business, your mission, who your customers are, the services that you offer, so that customers can get really engaged from the get-go. The reason why Google likes volume of words is because they assume that if you're able to write all this content about fences, you clearly would be an authority in fences, and they therefore feel good about putting you on the first page. Also, they assume that if you've written all these words, that somewhere in these words, their customers who are searching for fencing in Longwood will find the answers that they are looking for on your website. So it's really important to write at least 1,500 words on the homepage, and at least 500 words for every service page you have in the background for exactly the same reasons. Now that's on the quantity side of things, but quality matters too. And when we talk about quality, we mean that you've been able to write into your words what we call keywords. Now, keywords, for example, are the exact phrases that your customers would be searching for to find you. Fencing contractors, Longwood, Florida, etc. So I'm going to take a look at your keywords and show you what's going on here. Here are the keywords that are currently indexed for you in Google. Now, what I really want to see and what really drives traffic to your site are what we call buyer intent, location-based keywords. Now, here's an example: chain link fence Orlando. I'm not sure how close to Orlando you are, but this is a good example of a keyword that we should be seeing all the way throughout your site. That is that it mentions your service, chain link fence, and it mentions your location, because your customers will be searching by location, because more often than not, they want a fence contractor that's in their local area, or at least is not too far away from where they live. This is for convenience and for trust. Okay, so what I would like to see here is that we go out and do some research, and we find all of the keywords that speak to your services in the locations that you offer those services. Now, I know that you're in Longwood. Longwood only has about 14,000 people, I think. So we might want to think about where are the other places that your customers could come from. How far do you want to go to do jobs? Do we start targeting customers in Sanford? Do we find those larger populations of customers that we can throw a net over to catch for your business? Okay, so that's on the keyword quality side of things, and there's a lot that we can do here. The second thing I wanted to mention to you are backlinks. So the internet is a net, it is a web, and the more you participate in that web, the more that Google trusts you. Now, the way that you participate in the web is that your website is linked to from lots of other websites. We call those referring domains. Okay, if Google trusts those referring domains that link to you, then some of that trust flows to you by association. Now, your website has 18 referring domains and 212 links from those domains. But here's what's going wrong. This number here, 0, is a score out of 100 that denotes your website strength, your trust score. You're at a 0 out of 100 because it seems to me, I'm pretty sure, that these links that are linking to your website are low trust sites. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Okay, this number here, the DoFollow score, tells us just how much trust is flowing to your site, right? So of all the 18 links that are currently live flowing to your site, only 3 of them are doing you any good, and the rest of them are not. See these zeros here? So what you really want to be able to do is to go out, identify the best possible referring domains that are relevant to your business, and request from them a link back to your website. Now, the process here is you reach out. Sometimes you simply register with those sites. Sometimes you have to pay for a link. But the fact remains is it's a one-by-one reach out to get these links back to your site. What I would do is I'd build a list of all the best referring domains with the best DoFollow scores and link them to your site so that we can drive your site trust score up from 0 to a far higher number, which allows them to rank you to the first page of Google and allows you to push that organic traffic number up. There's a lot of opportunity here. The last thing I wanted to mention to you is citations. So the citations is the number of times that your website name, address, and phone number are mentioned anywhere on a directory online. This could be Yelp, Yellow Pages, a local Chamber of Commerce directory, things like this. Now, what this does for you is it allows you to be very consistently up here in the map pack. This is a really good place to be because most of your customers will be searching for you via Google on their mobile phones. If you are up here in the map pack, there would be a third button here. Your customers would see a third button here on their phones. That's a call button. All they have to do is click that button and they're calling your business directly without having to dig down through a link to find your number to then call you. So that's citations. The process here is to reach out to all these directories, register your business, name, address, and phone number as many times as possible. In fact, we find out how many citations your nearest competitor has, and we beat that number by at least 100, 150. This really is a volume game, and it's very, very effective to win the map pack. So there you go, Emily. I hope you find that useful. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to throw a net wider, to find more customers coming to your site, to get this organic traffic number driving way up, which would be good for business. You could turn that traffic into customers, and I think that's hopefully the goal. So without further ado, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to send this email to you. I'd love your feedback, so I will follow up with you by phone in a couple of days, and I very much look forward to speaking to you. Thank you, Emily.